I've got Bob here with 𝗶𝗀𝗃 Footwear, and Bob, a common foot problem that people have to deal with quite a bit, or at least I hear about, is corns. So how does a corn start, and how is it related to footwear?
Well, thanks, Ryan. Usually a corn will start with friction.
Okay.
So if you're having friction, or if a shoe is too tight, you could start to form a corn. So what you really need is you need a shoe that has ample toe width. So you should be able to put your foot into a shoe, have a little bit of space here in the shoe and at the end of the shoe, so that you don't have rubbing or a close fit of the shoe, which would produce friction, thereby causing corns and, frankly, other foot problems too.
So let me ask you this: if corns is caused by friction, would people typically see calluses first?
Oh, what they'll probably see is they'll probably get a redness in those areas where the friction is, and then if it goes on, it'll develop like a callus or a corn. So that'll need to be treated maybe at a doctor's office, podiatry. And then that is when most people get introduced to orthopedic shoes, frankly, as part of the solution for reducing corns and calluses.
Okay, so the idea here is prevention. If you're wearing the right shoes, the right size of shoe, which I think, I forget what the study was. I want to say it was somewhere around 75–80% in the study that I read about were wearing either too narrow a shoe or too short of a shoe. So people are going home and maybe having to rub their feet because they're sore. If they're seeing redness, that's a good indication that they could be leading into foot problems down the road.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. So you don't want that kind of friction. You want to have plenty of toe room here. And then you want to have a secure heel, plenty of toe room. And that will go a long way.
How does fabric, or does it matter if it's leather versus open versus fabric, as in this case? Does that make a difference?
So there's different materials that shoes are made out of. So you have leather, and then you have a knit, which is what these are. This is a knit shoe, and then you will have a mesh shoe. So generally the mesh shoes and the knit shoes are softer and more forgiving than a leather shoe. So if you're having problems with calluses or corns, it might be a very good idea to have a shoe that is made, the upper of the shoe, the top of the shoe is made out of mesh or out of knit.
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Anything else we should know about corns?
There are some shoes that are made out of a synthetic leather that is stretchable, and this is the alleviate from 𝗶𝗀𝗃, and as you can see, this will stretch. So you can get a leather looking shoe made out of a leather substitute that'll actually stretch. So if you're looking for a shoe that's not mesh, make sure you find the shoes that have the stretchable leather-like upper to it.